So we get to go ahead and call this Tariffs 101 because I see the number one Google search now is how do tariffs work? Everybody wants to Google it after the fact instead of doing the fucking research before you voted, which people like me that actually know economics is trying to go ahead and tell your stupid ass that Trump already fucked up supply and demand in his era, in his first four-year term, enough so much that the reaction was caught under the Democratic Party when he walked his ass out of office after failing to protect our fucking borders, putting tariffs on all these countries and creating a trade war. He walked right out of office and left other motherfuckers with the repercussions. So then they get us out of the joint, right? Let me explain everything that Trump's done, right? So starting off with the tariffs, the way that a tariff basically fucking works, we'll call this Tariff 101 for your slow, simple ass, right? Basically, if he is upset with a particular country because he wants manufacturing to come back to America, right? He wants buy American, hire American, sell American, whatever the fucking case, right? It all sounds so good. But you, as a consumer, are already having a problem keeping up with the cost of living, right? Your wages don't fucking match. Your wage increases don't match the cost of living and the hikes in the cost of living, right? So what ends up happening is you get used to lower, basically the best value products for the lowest cost, right? Because there's competition in the market. When you start putting tariffs in there, now you basically eliminate some of the competition from the market because you say certain companies that are basically from that particular country that allows or that you put tariffs on can't do business here, but only the ones that are doing that type of business in America now have the market share. So the way your cable company works, your electric company works, because they have no real competition in their particular region, they charge you whatever the fuck they want. You don't really get a motherfucking choice or a say-so in it because there's no competition for them to have to compete with, for them to go ahead and give you the best price for the best product. Right? So when you look at the EV world, China's got a lot of crazy ass EVs, but you can't even fuck around and see that particular EV or know what it does or get introduced to it for it to be introduced to the market in the US because they basically allow people like Elon, like Ford, like Rivian, all this market share and don't even create the best fucking product with the exception of Elon, which is up there, right? But in any case, that's one side of it. The other side of it is when a company basically is now forced to go and say, fuck, now if I can't get around the logistical issues, or even if I can, I have to expend more fucking money. What I have to do in order to go and get more money and keep my business afloat before going bust, I have to now basically go ahead and limit supply in order to go ahead and spike demand or keep demand where it's at, where you will continue to go and buy it at an inflated price in order for me to go ahead and pay off these fucking new logistical issues that I got to take care of. Or if I am to come to the country and put manufacturing back in the US where you motherfuckers want $20 an hour just to go ahead and serve fast fucking food, what the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to stay atop unless I go and inflate the prices? So you as the consumer now hurt. Because anything that you want as far as appliance, food, house, every single thing is fucking inflated to the moon. But you would like to blame the Democrats because it happened the last 4 years after Trump walked his fucking lame ass out of office. You want to blame the Democrats because they dealt with the repercussions of all the shit that he did. So you forgot when people were stacking up on motherfucking on water, on toilet paper, taking up all the food, all that good shit, right? And then basically everything started spiking. Why? Because the demand was heightened, right? There was nothing left on the shelf. The supply was gone and the demand was still there. So now you're paying additional $20 a fucking roll of fucking toilet paper to somebody on OfferUp in order to go and take a shit. But you guys want to continue to go ahead and talk about what he's going to do for the country, right? So now let's go ahead and talk about how this also affects not only companies that are shipping the goods into us that give us the best quality products or the best price competition that there is in order for us to choose, but the companies actually doing business out of here that are actually shipping to China because you know it goes both fucking ways, and that's what keeps motherfucking from both countries from fucking war, especially being that we're in debt to China more than any other country's in debt to anybody. So with that being said, what ends up fucking happening is when you start going ahead and sending out to China, now you're being taxed, right? And now you might not even be able to sell your market share into China, which has already happened in a lot of situations where you can't get a Tesla EV up there. You can only get the full self-driving, right? So now they're basically countering with their own. You're basically saying, fuck the company. You're either going to find a logistical problem resolved in order to get around these motherfucking tariffs, or you're going to go ahead and hopefully have enough demand to keep you afloat and be able to inflate the prices, otherwise you go bust. How is that the American dream? How many companies are going to be able to stay afloat? See, you forgot when your fruits went up, When you put tariffs on Mexico and you threaten if there's a bargaining chip, who the fuck ends up paying the shit if they don't buckle? Like they didn't buckle for the wall. We paid for the wall. You weren't mad about your tax dollars going to a fucking pointless wall that does nothing? People climb that wall. You have the best motherfucking handyman in the motherfucking world on the other side. You don't think that they're good enough to go and put a fucking hole through that bitch and dress it up to make it look like there isn't one? You're fucking retarded. Then you want to go and talk about how a motherfucker was supposedly for the border. Oh, he wants to save immigration. You know, we got to go ahead and keep American jobs and blah, blah. The ones that you don't want to work for because, again, you want $20 an hour just to serve fast food. And don't nobody want to fucking pay you that because they can't afford to keep the fucking business afloat without passing the money on to the consumer. Which is why all your motherfucking fast food is $30 and up now. Or, hold on. Or it's lab processed fucking meat. So with that being said, how did those tariffs really go ahead and help you the first fucking time? They didn't. See, what happened is when COVID happened, you motherfuckers got so in love with the fact that you got a stimulus, right? And then a lot of people took advantage of PPE fraud, which I've been saying since the motherfucking beginning, that you stupid motherfuckers had all this motherfucking money with no supply left because y'all were buying everything up because you had money like you never had it. Wanted to buy cars, jewelry, clothes, everything that you could fuck around and never go ahead and afford before off of free fraud fucking money, right? So you felt like you had more money in Trump's era, but there's always repercussions to that, and that's what you fucking saw immediately when Biden had to come in office. Now, I know you're going to say, well, what about when we left the fucking Middle East and just picked up and left? I don't have an answer for that. That was pretty fucking stupid. But you know what else? It didn't really affect our fucking dollar. You're always complaining about you don't want to give fucking aid to Ukraine, but then you're crying when a motherfucker gets out of a war and picks up and leaves. What the fuck? All right, so let me ask you this, right? Let's just go ahead and take a look at the other thing that Trump had said, right? He wants to go ahead and tax our foreign partners for protection. One of them being Taiwan. Do you know that Taiwan is the golden child of the motherfucking world right now? As far as chip making, if anything were to happen to Taiwan, your whole market would fuck up. The whole market would sink. Trump wouldn't be able to do it. It would be worse than fucking COVID. But yet you think that this motherfucker, Commander-in-Chief, is going to protect you. Right. What did he do in the first 4 years besides go ahead and change the name of a healthcare bill? Didn't do any fucking change for you. Right? What did he do as far as to put more money in your pocket? What, gave you an extra $30 on a paycheck but went ahead and taxed you on the other side? By basically going ahead and saying, fuck you with the tariffs? Oh, no. Y'all were happy because you could buy a house in that time. Number one, it was a crazy-ass fucking economy all the way going back from 2009 and coming back up as Obama took us to crazy new highs. So you passed on the number one economy that a president's ever been passed on before sitting office, right? But then you decide to go ahead and try and compete with the tariffs by killing the interest rates on homes. Trying to go and spike up demand, which basically what you really fucking did is by not going ahead and creating enough new development, which he was supposed to do by being this real estate mogul that he was, which is his claim to fame and how he got his fucking millions, even though it was passed on by his daddy. What ended up fucking happening is you had no new builds. You had all these new companies basically that got rich under him because he sunk the fucking market over 30 to 40 fucking %, and they all got fucking rich buying the biggest dip that we've seen since 2008. But then also had enough motherfucking money when he killed the interest rates to say, fuck it, I'm going to buy up all the housing supply and now be able to go ahead and basically turn it into a rental market for anybody that was thinking about buying a house. Now your shot's completely out the fucking dark because you'll pay more in a mortgage. But regardless, you're still going to pay a fucking inflated rent. So you want to sit there and blame the Bidens and the Harrises of the world, which are basically trying to go and get shit back on track. Regardless, they did have their flaws, but they didn't have issues of basically spanning of what you motherfuckers, what I've heard every single, Trump talks about what Americans wanted. So you wanted higher fucking prices. Or you cared so much about the fucking trannies and blah, 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 about men fighting women and women's sports, which I don't even know there's any record of that. There's said that this lady was a fucking she-male. If it was in the Olympics, they agreed to fight, whatever the case, right? But at the same time, let's just go ahead and talk about how does that affect your fucking pocketbook. Because you're paying fucking $70, $80 on pay-per-view and you don't want to see it when half you motherfuckers will beat your wife? You're a fucking lame-ass motherfucker, bro. Lame. Lame as fuck. You can't give a fucking... Oh, wait. No. That's right. Immigrants are taking your jobs, right? You're not worried that he put Elon Musk, the motherfucker that basically is creating robots and AI apps, in order to go ahead and put you out of a fucking job because it's cheaper for a company to pay that $20,000 to $30,000 for a robot or an AI software program than paying your bitch ass that $30,000 year salary, along with having to go and pay your health care, all the extra benefits that you're supposed to get as an employee. You're worried about an immigrant that one has to work out in the motherfucking heat, try and catch jobs at Home Depot, car washes, work for fucking bottom dollar out in the fucking doing roofing, shit that nobody wants to fucking do. But you're not worried about a fucking robot that can do all that and not expect nothing. Doesn't even need to be fed, other than a motherfucking plug-in cable. But yeah, you got your priorities straight, right? You know what happened under your motherfucking reign already? Prop 314 in Arizona is already going into effect, which is basically Sheriff Joe all over again, where you can be pulled over simply because you're not white enough to be considered a civilian, so therefore they get to question whether or not you're an immigrant. Mind you, that doesn't matter if you're on the way to work, if you got some sort of medical condition going on, if you fucking around and smoked a little weed, if you did any of that case, now you can be incriminated simply because off of being profiled. Now, I know that doesn't affect white America because they never talk about the Italians, the Russians, the Irish, none of you motherfuckers, right? But they only talk about the South Americans, sometimes the Asians. You motherfuckers can't hide it. You're all racist. You're all a bunch of piece of shit because a lot of you motherfuckers have Mexican friends, or some of you were Mexican, some of you were Puerto Rican. He told you they were trash. He told you your lands were trash. He told you that you're rapists, you're murderers, you eat cats and dogs, and all you motherfuckers found a way to still vote for him. Smiling in your homie's face or fucking around and actually being with these people with self-hate, saying fuck your own. You were the lamest fucking crowd, and that's why people aren't nice to you. That's why people look at you like you're fucking stupid, because you won't do your fucking own research. You want to do it after the fact. You want to come up with the dumbest fucking goddamn arguments talking about trannies and fucking gay shit. Don't nobody want to see the gay shit on TV. But at the end of the day, is that the president's fault or is that fucking Hollywood? Who's Epstein on the tape saying was his friend for 10 fucking years? Who doesn't Trump want to release that information on? Yeah, Diddy times 10. Who was actually saying that his daughter had the legs of his mother when she was a fucking baby, but he doesn't know if he'll have that other thing until she's older. Ha ha ha. Oh, I would date my daughter if she wasn't my daughter. Or seeing a fucking young fucking preteen on the escalator say hi to you because she's a fan, and then telling a fucking reporter, oh, I'll probably be dating her soon. Grabbing women by the pussy. You got fucking 3 immigrant wives, one of which has got a book saying that you raped her. What the You've been accused of rape, you've been convicted of rape, you got a convicted felon in the presidency. Like, what the fuck are you fucking idiots doing? You want motherfuckers to sit there and look at you like you're sane? If a motherfucker came up to you and said, you know what, I went bankrupt 6 motherfucking times, would you want to take any business advice for him? If you heard somebody saying that somebody's eating cats and dogs, would you think that they're fucking sane? Would you want them working for you? If a motherfucker tells you they're a dictator and they want you to overthrow the motherfucking Constitution, overturn a fucking election result, he tells you everything he is. You stupid motherfuckers just sit there and, oh, that's my orange Jesus. It doesn't matter that he's the fucking devil and tricked me out of my whole fucking position. Fucking stupid. Wake the fuck up.